Good morning, my people. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Today is May the 29th. I actually looked up the date today so I don't I don't give you guys the wrong date. Today is May the 29th of 2021. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Mona Saga and I am here in Houston, Texas. We are well loaded today and we are all about question and answering. We've been talking and talking and talking. This is a good time for
Mm-hmm.
anyone because people are waking up, they're asking questions. They're like, oh no, this is not working. That's Somalia that someone wants to reduce our land to. It's happening in their own eyes. So now they're actually looking for alternative for sure. Who's looking for alternative inside the bedroom? Yeah, I made this side, I made this side. Now they are truly looking for solutions. So thank God. And that's what we are we mothers are all about. We are about consistency. We
Mm-hmm.
don't dance a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Our children are dying. We don't have time for that. We're not doing this for you to come and look at our faces every weekend. God knows if you guys got this and we have a nation, you will never see us again. I'm done. Let me speak for myself. I'm not interested in anybody looking at my face. There's so many things packed up in this brain that need to come out.
Sure.
So thank you for joining us. Today we would like for our audience to sort of come in with us and ask questions and answering. But let me allow my beautiful sisters to introduce themselves before I take off running. Sisters.
Thank you, Sister Mona, for that wonderful introduction. As you rightly said, we really do not have time. The
Mm.
time is nigh. We are here already. So we really do not have time. We are not dancing a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. We are not sentimental. We don't have time for all that. What we have time for now is for our freedom. So thank you, our viewers, for joining us. And, the floor is open. Today is all about you. Ask all the questions that you want to ask, the questions that have been bothering you. Maybe you felt that somehow you don't understand what the discussions are. Today, we are not even going to read anything to you. We want you to ask your questions pertaining to what is going on. So thank you all for joining once again. My name is Dr. Augusta Nasike, and thank you for being here. Over to you, Stakely.
Thank you very much, sisters. Appreciate you. We appreciate our viewers. Thank you so much for coming again to be with us. Like my sisters have said, we are all here for you. My name is Dr. Epi Simon Okube. And I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I want to give us food for thought as we begin. Do you know that each time you drink excessive alcohol or abuse brain affecting substances, have a blackout, that you actually lose your brain cells, which
Mhm.
are responsible for memory and learning?
Mhm.
Now, repeated blackouts from excessive drinking will cause permanent brain damage that inhibits the brain from retaining new information. It also affects your balance and coordination, your ability to regulate your social behavior, and of course, your sense of proper judgment and reasoning.
Hmm. In combination with all the comorbidities going
I'm
on.
telling you, Africans, please, for the sake of our children and the next generation, let's change our lifestyle. Stay away from substances that damage your brain cells. We need you to begin to think better in the days ahead. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, my sister. Every day, the bad news that we get is unending. And thank God for stability because if you don't hold your heart, you will just pass out. Like the information is overwhelming. And while this is going on in our land, we have the so called professors and everybody else that wants to be relevant. You will tell them there's people are dying. They say, oh, go and read my book. Go and see what I wrote in the journal. I am the professor. My people are dying. Go to church, pray and fast. They will even connive with their religious leaders, business and partners, I call them, while my people die. And every time we turn around, it's all about what they want. It's all about relevance. It's all about taking our collective interest, sticking it in their pocket and going for their own individual interest. And then the question is, how long, men, women, people of good conscience, how long are we going to watch and sit aside as this whole thing continues to take havoc in our land? We created a vacuum in Biafra land. or in the land of the rising sun, because we can't even use that name because somebody else have already damaged it. But before I go off running on my people, let's start today by honoring our fallen heroes. We are going to give them a minute of silence because they are there. They gave it all. We're not talking about the one that are following the rogue franchise and exposing themselves to danger, not that one. We're talking about the one that say, oh no, they're killing my people. I have to go and fight. Even at the age of 10 years of age, right? Children were wearing oversized uniform to go and defend their land. Those are the ones that we are talking about. If you go and foolishly expose yourself because Mr. Mrs. Again to something, they stuff your ear. Hey, when they shoot you, like the news we're getting, when they shoot you, some of you, they don't even shoot you enough to death. They just shoot you enough for you to be screaming until you die. That's even worse. So we're going to give a moment of silence to our fallen heroes. And then our minutes, let me find my clock here. Our minute was start now. Oops, that's not a clock. Yeah, our minute will start now. Our minute was all right. Thank you guys so much for that. I actually have a little poem today for our fallen heroes. See if you guys will give me a minute. The fallen heroes. You are a fallen hero, giving freedom to all. You are a fallen hero who saved an iron rule. You are a fallen hero who gave himself for our land or herself. You are a fallen hero whose memory will sing. You are a fallen hero never reaching the end. You are a fallen hero who sacrificed for our land. You are a fallen hero who put their life on the line. A fallen hero whose medal will shine till eternity. You are a fallen hero receiving thanks up from high. You are a fallen hero now, angels in the sky. You are a fallen hero. What would you think of it now? A fallen hero, no more tears. They will cry. A fallen hero, a child fighting a war, fallen hero always sacrificing for others. A fallen hero, scared of dying alone or having a grave marked as unknown. A fallen hero with a place in our hearts. A fallen hero remembered for his past. A fallen hero, the land of the rising sun applauds you. A fallen hero who will never forget who you are. So our topic today says we do not mend fraud. You cannot mend fraud. It's not allowed anywhere. It may be allowed in that hellhole that people call a country, but anywhere else, it is not allowed. Therefore, you, we do not mend fraud. Like we said today, we're going to have people calling. As usual, we have an introduction that goes out every week. So hopefully you have seen that. So I'm just going to read a little bit part of it. What happens when someone get caught with a fraudulent international passport or anything that is fake for that matter, fake money, fake anything? What happens to that? You go to jail and they take that fake document from you to be destroyed, right? Because they don't want it to be floating anywhere. So this is not the first time that people have heard what we do with fraudulent documents or fraudulent anything. You just can't do anything with it because it's not legal. It's not binding in any other place. So as people who have been held hostage for years and decades, these same people, they continue to waste our time and their time. They actually have us in merry-go-round. That's why my people are dying. Somebody will tell you to go and read the book that they read, that they wrote in 300 years ago. They take us in this merry-go-round scheme, trying to amend a fraudulent document, the so-called 1999 military decree. They have seized all our resources, as well as our livelihood. We have left our land for them. In all of this, they are postponing their evil day. That is the day the hungry masses, the angry people, the people whose child, the lady whose child was picked from her restaurant, canteen where she was cooking yesterday, they picked up her child that was helping her to cook. When more and more of us shall arise to demand for what has been stolen from us. It is a dreadful day and is looming all around us. And those that are supposed to speak are either afraid, they don't care. Oh, I forgot. They're hanging out in hotel rooms with our 16-year-olds, having the time of their life. Or better yet, they are in Abuja and all over the world romancing with the people that are about to take our land. So today, as the daughters of the land, we want to provide an opportunity for those with questions and concerns to actually to come online with us today and have them addressed so that you're no longer in a gray matter, in between the line. And you have to also understand it's irresponsible for any adult giving birth to children not to know what is going on in their land. That is not acceptable. Anyway, even here in the US, you don't get to be producing the next generation. You saw Basagi, Ega Church, rice, that's not good enough. It's all our responsibilities as adults to know what is going on, because that's why we left the vacuum that these criminals have occupied, and now we are fighting to take it back. It's no longer allowed for any of us, even children, because we have to indoctrinate the children into what is right. For anyone to pretend like, oh, I can't deal with it. Let me just be listening. I did it one time, but it's irresponsible of me. I was listening to church song until I went to Kroger. Everybody was buying water and bread. I'm like, why is it on sale? They were like, they didn't even answer me. You cannot hide behind church, because that's what I was doing. I was listening to church song and the word is coming to an end and I'm telling myself a lie. That's not what God wants from us. We have to be actively engaged in our community, or is the right thing to do. Because at the end of the day, we're supposed to leave inheritance for our children. So what inheritance are you going to leave your children when you dig your head into the ground and your butt is sticking out? Please, my people, enough. Enough of the mess, enough of the ignorance, enough of I didn't know, enough of, oh, I was too hungry to understand. There is something that hungry people can do. So today, while we wait to get calls, we'll review the 68 exclusive list, the same list that we tell you these people has or have included in the so-called military decree. And we can't go anywhere. So for those gallivanting, oh, we want to do amendments and learning data, people that can go and amend your private part first. And then we'll talk about amendment, because that's the way the biggest problem is. That's the only place your blood supply flows to. Amend that place first. That's the only thing that needs amendment. Actually, only the reconstruction self. So we'll review the 68 exclusive list that held us captive in that contraption we call Nigeria. Again, we ask, what inheritance are you leaving for our children? Sisters, go ahead while I pull up the list.
Yeah. The good question, what inheritance are we leaving for our children? At the moment, I don't even see anything out there unless we all come together and do the needful. Here we are calling everybody. I kept saying the work at hand is for everybody. It's not a one-man's job. We have to come out in our little closets, come out and talk about the issues. We have to make those people that are supposedly representing us know that they are not representing us. You cannot go out there and you want to amend a fraud. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. So we need to make our people understand that the time is now. We need to get involved in what is going on. Get the stories out there. Let everybody know, everybody be involved. Small, big, whatever, you have to be involved in what is going on. Because we need to cool down this
monster.
We need to pull down these demonic, draconian documents called the 1999 Constitution. Now, the supposed, I keep calling them supposed because we didn't elect them. They didn't go out there to serve our biddings. They are serving their own biddings. They know that constitution is of no use. Now they are trying to do some mago kind of amendment. They are trying to go out there and say, okay, what do we need to amend? They are doing some sham whatever thing out there. No, we the people have spoken. And what we want to tell you all is that we are no longer interested in your useless amendment. Pull down that paperwork. Pull down that fraudulent paperwork. Pull down the thing that we the people do not sign off on. Pull it down. Then we'll tell you what's next. Thank you, my sister.
All right, I found the video.
Overhaul, or we need to, do you agree that is amendment that we need? Because some people say, listen, the amendment is not what we need. Overhaul is what we need to go for.
Oh, cheerful.
These are semantics. They are all semantics. There are several ways to skin a cat, and there are several routes to the market. There is a difference between legality and legitimacy. The current National Assembly has the legality to effect the fundamental changes required if it would then submit it to the people in a referendum, a bill for which it would have to raise anyway. But the key thing we must understand is that that National Assembly lacks legitimacy.
Uh-oh. Hungry people, they want money. Okay, commercial. Even stop this. This is a new thing now by Facebook. How many 1 minute they want their
legitimacy because it is itself predicated on a fraud. That fraud is the 1999 Constitution they are seeking to review. We have the unenviable task of deciding as a people whether we prefer to do the right thing or if we will persist in pursuit of a lie. Let me say this. The 1999 Constitution, which found the Assembly that is seeking the review today, is the mother lode of the Nigerian problem. That is the basis of all the argument. So you cannot walk away from the fact that you're asking the beneficiaries of an injustice, and that is the only way you can see this. Because when something says it is a constitution, it is then an expression of the people's will. The 1999 Constitution is not by any stretch of the imagination an expression of the Nigerians' will. However, the legal position today, whether we like it or not, however much we might speak Bobonturenchi, is that there is indeed a National Assembly. Whether it is one that has legitimacy or not, it has legality. It is not surprising that they too are looking and they are talking about a review. It is almost impossible to ask them to remove the chair from underneath their own ass. But let's be clear. There has to be a radical departure from this cosmetic discussion about a review, because any review that does not deliver a substantial restructuring of the Nigerian Federation and a return to true federation is a waste of time, because the agitations will not stop. So if we're talking about the legality of a review, the National Assembly has the legal powers to review. But what do you review about a fraud? So a new constitutional, the new constitution making process has to be initiated before this problem might be resolved. But to have a situation where what were 4 regions in 1966 have today become 36 states under the diktat of a military hegemony that does not in any way, shape, or form represent the aspiration of the Nigerian people themselves. It is not by accident that each time the Nigerians are giving themselves constitutions, it's happened twice, 1960, 1963. They negotiated, they agreed, they disagreed. Those documents were products of negotiations. They were not impositions. To create the Midwest in 1963, there were plebiscites, the expression of the will of the people. But to have a situation where military imperators, essentially ethnic jingoists, sat down, substantially they turned what was a federal state into a feudal unitary dictatorship.
Cheerful. They have driven my brother so crazy he cut off his rasta hair. That's how that's how bad these people are. They, he tried to put his hand and he got stuck. He's like, let me just cut this thing off, man. Yeah, thanks, Nigerian, the Nigerian government. Thanks for all your bad work. All right, so I'm going to pull up the 68 exclusive list, and this is the list we have actually treated this matter before in the past, but just so that sometimes you have to hear things over and over again for it to begin to make sense, and that's why they do commercial over and over again, for it to begin to sink in. So this is another opportunity that now that people are waking up, they are no longer looking for unknown spirits to deliver them. They're actually looking for a strategy, the best strategy that will get you to your destination, which is what we've been standing here for. We have been lamenting about this over and over again, about this is what will work, this is what we want for our people. And some people think that we're here for notoriety. Oh, how many people are watching you? How many people are watching you? You don't even need to watch us. The kind of feedback we get every day, I know that the great Igbo land is watching me for sure. So I don't need extra miscreants to begin to watch me, or you have 70 million followers. No, I need people with common sense, because we, Umuada, we're here to return to our father's land and take over from Umuekwensu that don't know what they're supposed to do with the inheritance that their forefathers left for them. So I'm going to pull up this list, and then
while you pull it up, Sister Muna, you see, these National Assembly people think they're very smart, and they think that I don't even know what they think about themselves. We have told them this show, and Ninas have told them, LNC, that your mandate does not extend to constitution making. Now, you were there, we were crying. Nigeria was not improving since, like, all the predictions. Yes, all the predictions that Barrister Tony Nnadi made since 1999, they are coming to pass before our eyes. And he has been shouting, AIT channels everywhere. It's not today Barrister Tony Nnadi started talking on TV. They were hearing it, but they closed their ears. They refused to move or do anything until we did constitutional force majeure on the 16th of December 2020. And then they started. They want to do emergency amendments. We are saying, which part of these 68 items that we are talking about are you going to amend? You can hear all the things that are saying that they want to amend. It's taken off from the constitutional force majeure. All the grievances that we talked about, the dispute and everything, they ran with it. Went to go and start adding it from the backyard to start adding. What are you adding? What are you doing? It does not make sense. And we are telling them, for the fact that they are doing that thing that they are reviewing, it shows that they have agreed with us that the problem of Nigeria is 1990.
Constitution, military decree.
So now that they have agreed, they should be asking, what do we do next?
Nonsense.
Don't run through the back door and start putting pepper and salt inside. No, we are not that stupid. People that worked 21 years to put this thing in place, you are not smarter than them. And that's why at the beginning of this show, we talked about brain damage. We know that most of them wake up with alcohol in the morning. That is opening their eyes with alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that people that are abusing their brain are the ones making decisions for children and women that will die in war?
The one sending heartless sympathy to their
Yes,
dead comrade, right?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we thank God that people are waking up. Lawyers are waking up. We heard our brother that just spoke. He is a lawyer, and he has been telling Brian Tony that you were talking since, so we did not hear. But now we are like this thing you have been saying is making more sense because I've seen it. There's no improvement in Nigeria. We are going in circle and in circle and in circle. Violence everywhere, northeast, southeast, west, everywhere. There's chaos. Who will not see it? Even a blind person will see it. So the lawyers are waking up, the governors are waking up, and we
Yes.
are saying no
Mhm.
election.
Mhm.
Because with all these things that is happening, the politicians is not election we want to do. So all this one you are trying to review quickly so that you take us to election. We say close shop. If you are not smart enough to know that this has been the problem, then you are not smart enough to do anything anymore. So we, the indigenous peoples, we are saying close shop because it's that Fulani INEC that we conduct that your election. So we are
Coordinate
not even
it.
listening.
Give
Stop
results.
wasting our time. Like Sister Mona said, stop wasting our time because what you're doing is merry-go-round. Come, let's go and do what we're supposed to do. You don't have trust at this point in time. Please, sisters, go ahead.
Yeah,
My
the
dear-
barrister. Sorry, Stamra. Let me just. The barrister that just spoke was a Dele Farotimi.
Yes.
We've even, spoken with him privately.
That's true.
Initially it was a little bit shaky, like he didn't really understand what we're doing. But now he's talking about that constitution. They probably went back to it and studied it and knew
Of course.
that. I mean, there is no headway. I mean, you can't make headway with this kind of paperwork. You cannot. You cannot. The constitution the 1999 constitution is not autochthonous. It means it's not for the indigenous peoples. We did not make it. We did not come out to say this is what we want. It does not represent the indigenous people of the land. It does not represent them in any way, shape, or form. It is representing the Fulani Caliphate and the Fulani Caliphate alone. So that is how we are going to treat this 68 exclusive list. For those that have not heard it before or have not seen it before, the paper is outside there. It's also on our page. You can download it, you can print it out, you can read it on your own. This is the reason why the progress is Nigeria is the way it is. This 68 exclusive list. Go ahead, sister.
Right. Please don't forget to share and share and share and share this information. As you can see, it says imposed 1999 constitution.
This 68 exclusive list. Go ahead, sister.
Oh, I thought I was hearing myself. Okay. Yeah, I said, as our viewers can see, it says imposed 1999 constitution for Nigeria. Imposed, right? So that means, again, it's not the will of the people that we have mentioned earlier. It said these are the areas that the power reserved exclusively for the central government are identified. So there's 68 of them that we're going to go line by line and sort of point them out so that we can begin to recognize what the issues are. There's no amendment to anything that is written in that document. So this means that only central or the federal government can legislate on the subjects in the exclusive list. Only them. You can't do anything. And as we know, they have all these states, and more than half of them belong to them. So they can ever decide our destiny will always be in their hand, like their forefathers told them. So the interference of the regional or state government on the matters in the exclusive list can be declared null and void and unconstitutional. So no matter what you guys do, Ojos Okano and co, people collecting money on behalf of our people. My people are dying. Ojos Okano has his airline business in South Africa and this and this. He was the governor there for how many years? God knows. He put his stoogie Ojos on. What is the other person that took over after him? Oje. They keep eating and eating, and it's not enough. And people are saying, enough. What's going? It's enough. So, sisters, we are going to, or actually viewers, we are going to share. You can see this thing is already on our screen. We take time to get this thing out there because we are not here to be up in the air shouting like other people. You say that they go here, they shout here, they threaten people here. We have an objective when we come up to our show every day. And you can see that actually we have set the pace and other people are copying, which is fine. It is the right way to do stuff. You have to have some type of objective for you to know where we're going. So today, if not for anything, begin to understand the things on this list that have held us hostage now for so many years, and nothing is being done about it. So the number one says accounts of the government of the federation and of offices and court and authorities thereof, including audits of those accounts. So they are the one, the federal government, that is the one that will be in charge of this. When you talk about arms, ammunition, and explosive, they are the ones that will be in charge. You're looking at aviation, including airports, safety of aircraft and carriage, learn safety of aircraft and passengers and goods by air. All of them, everything that is supposed to be delegated to the state to take care of, you will never. That's why you have to go, even when they build that dusty airport in Enugu. Is it Enugu or Ebonyi? I don't know, one of those states.
No, Anambra.
Anambra, okay, my dear, thank you. They have to go and beg to get to get their license.
They said they won't give them now. It's supposed to be international airport. So the national say they will not give them license.
They want it to be downgraded.
Yeah, they should start local first.
Yeah.
They even said they should start local first. That why are you coming up for talk about with senior boys? Start local first, your local airport. So start there first. Meanwhile, Jigawa or whatever those names they call it.
Meduguri has airports.
They have international.
But they use once a year for their Hajj.
And nobody is going there.
They use that airport with fleets of planes.
So and there are people that travel all the time.
For the people that travel on my sister, they have done so much to us. Do you know that it will cost more? So China in terms of distances is farther, but it will cost more because of all the taxes. Whenever anything is going towards it, because they know it's we, the people of the rising sun, that are traveling, they will stifle the ticket so much that you will go to China and come back 10 times before you can go to Nigeria one time.
Yes. It's taking. I think that people, they did it intentionally.
Intentionally.
You see, this list, when they say exclusive, you heard what my sister read at the beginning. That means you will not touch it. Don't even come here. All you governors, all you local government, whatever, councillors, whatever you call yourself, do not come here. This is an exclusive club. This club belongs only for Buhari and Fulani people.
Wow.
Because they know what they did. That's why all the time you are busy doing all sorts of stupid politics. They were targeting the Aso Rock. And they will kill and murder just to get to Aso Rock. That's why they did what they did to Good Luck. Upon the project he had and everything he was ready to do and all that. They made sure that they remove him because they had agenda. They have stationed these things very well to cage all of us for life. All they need is to get to the driver's seat and sit there for life. That's why they told you, assuming it's someone that knows how to drive, Shebi, I will allow you to be driving. This is confirmed volleyball. It's volleyball. It's in Pataka. We have levels in Igbo land. We have it. We have it in volleyball. Then we have it in Pataka. The brain is dead completely. The ones leading the people that have eyes and have brain, which is what is replicating in Southeast. Let one man that the brain died since, just that he can shout on radio, took over the destiny of my people and they are dying. Finishing up from where Fulanis stopped. And people are not seeing it. And somebody say I should call him professor. I should read his book that he wrote. And it's just an opportunity for them to go and lie and meander left and right. A little to the left, a little to the right. All about what they will eat. It's about their stomach. That's why we are talking about this thing. People are talking about 2023 election. Igbo leaders, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Extremely ashamed.
Despicable people.
You have freedom at home. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Ashamed.
Ashamed of yourself. World Igbo Congress, you should be ashamed of yourself, Professor. So-called professor, whatever does he call himself? What's that man's name?
What is that his name again?
Professor Joffa of Animal Husbandry.
Exactly.
Oh, no wonder we're having issues. Professor of
Animal Husbandry, my sister.
You guys are complaining for crying out loud.
No wonder. He doesn't even understand what we're saying.
Human husbandry and human wifery.
No wonder. Professor. Okay, no wonder. Because you see them, when they talk, it doesn't make sense. Like, what are you talking? A market woman can analyze issues better than some of these.
Of course.
My sister, please go ahead. It's so sad.
Sickening. So we look at number 4. It says awards of national titles of honor, decoration, and other dignities, which they give to themselves. That's why you go to Islamic studies and then you carry your akbadibia, and now you're the Chief Justice of the land. Bankruptcy and insolvency. Sister Augusta, go ahead. Number 6.
Banks, banking, bills of exchange, and promissory notes. You know that they are the ones that are involved in this forex. You have to change naira to dollar and all that. It's part of their exclusive list. Borrowing of monies within or outside Nigeria for the purposes of the Federation of Oil. What are they borrowing from China? China, we have warned you. We have done constitutional force majeure. Keep borrowing them money. When the time comes, nobody's going to pay you back. Census, including the establishment and maintenance of machinery for continuous and universal registration of births and deaths throughout Nigeria. Here, they register their animal, they register their cattle as part of the census.
They open up the border and ask their forest mine to come in and register. They register everybody to come and, in their own area, to come and be part of the census. That is why the population of Nigeria is even fraud. That country is fraudulent. The population is fraud. Everything about that country is fraud.
So, Augusta, remember that man, that Bauchi governor? He said that the population is fluid.
Fluid?
Yes. So many.
So, if the population is fluid, how do you plan for what will happen to the people? How do you plan amenities? Okay, like, we're 1 million now. Tomorrow we're going to be 2. How do you make forecast? In 10 years, we're going to be 10 million, so that we'll build cities, set up electricity. How do you plan?
And schools, yes.
Because your population is fluid.
It's fluid. The funny thing about these people is that they always tell us what they are doing.
My dear, they don't hide it. They don't hide it.
No. Probably we are misinterpreting what they've been telling us, because they've never hidden all these things.
That's why I say it's
never hidden it.
Yes, we are drinking too much, because it doesn't make sense that we even stayed to this level. How can they be telling us all this? Is that people are really working with them and discussing with them?
My dear.
So our brain, something we needed to. That's why I say stop abusing alcohol. Stop all these substances that you are busy, because it does not make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Everything is not spiritual. There's something that we are taking that is making our brain cells die. That's why we're not able to reason properly. Can you stop, for the sake of our children? Please stop abusing mental substances. All the substances that affect brain negatively. Stop. Because in the orchard that are drinking it, they have drugs, they have medication in their land. When they see that they cannot coordinate properly, they will come in for prescription. Hanging on drugs. That's why they're still able to function. But back home, you do not have drugs. When you have alcohol and all these substances destroy your brain, you don't have any medication to help you. And when some of us are talking, you start challenging and fighting us. Meanwhile, your brain is dead.
Go and read my book, Sister Kwi. Go read my book, then you come and talk.
Yes, go and read my book. When I'm telling story of Akokifo. When I'm with my story of Akokifo, then read my book. Then you come.
The book you wrote with Mpanaka.
Yeah, with Mpanaka. And what did you write? Akokifo. Bagaba Ajambene. Ogagaga Ajambene. We have a place for Akokifo, but let's get our land first. Yes. When we get our land, we'll gather our children for you to tell them Akokifo.
I know, right?
We are talking about strategies to escape right now. Please go ahead, sisters.
Jailbreak. Yeah. Number 9, citizenship, naturalization, and aliens. We've said it. They open their borders to bring in people from Chad. Commercial and industrial monopolies, combines and trust. This is where they gave one man, Dangote, to be the owner of the entire country. And recently, the same Dangote is telling us that he's going to move 60% of his investment to New York. 60% of his investment is going to move it to New York because it doesn't.
Where are the professors, the people that want us to consider them relevant? Where are the senior advocates? Where are the so-called rich men and women? Where are the pastors? Where are you guys when one man took over our resources? And as long as you get your own, you don't care about your people anymore. And you think you're going to survive? You think you're going to survive under that kind of strategy? That you will sell our collective interest for your own individual gain? And you think it's sustainable? One guy.
It's not sustainable.
Pack your car because we haven't started the journey yet.
That's
Nonsense.
Where did they stop?
I know, number 11, construction, alteration and maintenance,
Okay,
so
construction.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, read. I'll talk.
Okay, construction, alteration and maintenance of such roads as may be declared by the National Assembly to be federal truck roads.
My sister, sorry, please, because this one is huge. It's so big. They called it trunk roads. Because everything, we are telling our people that everything these people did, they did it systematically. When you have Melo, there are like suddenly, out of mistake. Everything they did, they calculated it, they sat down, planned it. So first of all, they tagged certain roads. The roads that, because they know you travel a lot, they've already destroyed all your international airports.
How?
Already, your seaports closed, everything destroyed. The only thing left for you is the road. They tagged some roads, trunk roads. I'm not trunk motor call which trunk? Okay, trunk.
Yeah, Gongoro Road. They have, you know, the big long 911.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that road, they said those roads, you will not touch it. Whether you're a governor, local government, whatever you are, you cannot touch it. He said it's National Assembly. Natural or national or which one? Assembly, whatever. I don't know what they're gathering for. They're the only ones that will decide when and how that road will be fixed. And our people are dying. Like, if you don't die on Nigeria Road, especially in southeast, southwest, south, if you don't die on that road, that means something else will kill you.
My own mother died on that road, on that their useless road, because they refused to fix any road leading to the eastern region. If you go to Kaduna, the Kaduna Kano road is a straight road.
Yep.
Clean, straight road. I think 1 hour, 30 minutes drive, because it's a clean street. It's like the roads here in America.
Yes.
Kaduna road. But the road leading to the eastern region, and the roads in the northern part are built by Julius Berger.
Yes.
We need to bring that in. That is
true.
Yeah, it's done by Julius Berger. The ones that they will do in the east, they will just look for one street corner mechanic to pour sand. They will pour red soil. They will look for cement. The other day, I saw them doing cement and sand and cement to plaster the roads. And I'm like, how would that even be durable?
And Pochacol.
Patchy. That is what they are doing. And when we talk, some people say, why are you not talking to your governors? And we are telling you that this is in the exclusive.
Lack of
not even about the governors are useless. Trust me, all of them from A to Z. But this thing is in the exclusive federal list. And they have refused to amend the roads. I lost my mother on that particular road. Her nephew died probably 20 years earlier on the particular. So that period of 20 years, they had not fixed the roads.
It's a death trap for our people, my sister.
For our people.
Intentional. Strategically placed. Yep. That's the plan, my dear. If they don't get you by you dying at the Mediterranean Sea, they will get you with you going back home to your land. Then let's say you are in your house and then you get sick. You will die on your way. One thing or the other. Like, they have so many ways to kill us. It's like there's a book called So Many Ways to Kill a Bird. My dear, they have, I would their bird. We are their bird that they're planning so many ways to take us out. If they don't drag us out of our land, they will leave a death trap on the road. They will even bring food called endowment. There are people are feeding our children. Very soon now, they won't begin to think. You know, who crack cocaine signs and symptoms in your children. Keep feeding them that China food that you don't know what they put in. Leave ukwa, leave rice, leave egg. Continue to eat Chinese food and say, it's quick, it's quick. You find yourself quick to your grave. Keep eating things that you don't know. And then we go to number 12, control of capital issues. Copyright. Learn how to copyright. Their name is copy.
Learn how to copyright when they downloaded the 1999 Constitution.
Jesus.
Plagiarism.
Embarrassing, my dear.
It's
Creation of states. Look at that. Creation of states. That's how, sister, okay, let me let you handle this one.
You know, yes, because when we had true federalism, we had regions, and those regions were autonomous. That means they could take their resources and take care of their people, take care of everything. Okay, like that 11 now that we're talking about. He said not even just construction of roads, he said alteration and maintenance. So that means even if there's pothole on that road, you cannot touch it. How else can somebody tell you that it means bad for you if it's not it? So they created states into 36. When they create 12, then they went on 19, then 36. And I remember when we were small, we used to dance, that they have created states. We are dancing to it, not knowing that each time they create states, that they are destroying us and carrying out their agenda so that we can never come together and form alliance to fight them. Because when Anambra State talk, you say, Enugu State, what are you saying? Don't come to Anambra and talk. Yeah, Anambra, you are Enugu. Or whether we talk, or Imo State will talk. Hey, Anambra, go to your place. So. Hey, River will say, don't come to my side, though. All of you that are talking of how to free yourself, we enjoy bondage. Me and my people want to remain inside this sack, inside this trap. Yes. If you people like freedom, we don't like freedom. We want to be bound in this place that we are. So when one person is talking, if you manage to get one person in Anambra State, or in Imo State, or in Enugu State, or what will you do about the rest? They will still have governors forum. So when one person has brain and they have 12 states in that region, it's one person against 11 other governors. So you find out that you will never be free. You will never control your destiny, like that Mumu man said. What is that Mumu Madu man? That's
Amadu Bello.
So you will never control your destiny because it's done intentionally. And they had this thing, they're following it one after the other.
And it's working for them.
And why wouldn't it work? Now, we have Arapa, they sat down to plan it. They did not plan it so it will not work. They planned it because they know it will work. It's multi-dimensional, which is what we're telling our people. Stop this stupid fasting you mean inside your church. Which fasting the Fulanis do that they put in for 50 years? Which fastings the Chinese do that they're about to take over your land?
Whoa!
Which fasting the Indians do that they took over your healthcare? Which fasting did they do?
Yep.
I'm speaking to our so-called faith leaders. I heard information feedback that the Roman Catholic priests are coming up, especially after one of them, that Mbaka, disgraced them in a way that you can He woke them up. They were like, Ndiala bidokun. The one Ndiala na take the church. We are serving, we are worshiping and doing stuff. You woke them up. We thank God for the wake up. Please wake up your neighbor, the bishop, the post, the priest. When you wake up your neighbor because it's very, very important. All the important. It's called important and together. It's very, very, very important. Wake them up. Sisters, please continue to read.
Right. So we talk about currency, coinage, and legal tender. We know they've always been in charge of that. Whenever you come home, assign a money exchange, when you, the people from the lower Niger, when you go and travel and almost dry at the Mediterranean Sea, and then you come back with your dollars and pounds, guess what? They will tell you how much you will collect for it too.
They manipulated the currency that they now draw cows as the number one senior citizen in their naira.
And terrorists.
And yeah.
Because you know headsmen are number 4 terrorists. They are on our legal tender.
They are on our legal tender. And you're asking what is this, man?
And we have professors. Today I'm on top of the professors.
Yes,
and we have professors, and we have the ones that they are known all over the world. They speak all over the world. They know Mandela, they know Jesus Christ of Nazareth, they even know the God himself.
You know,
And
one of them was proud to tell us that he counsels all the presidents of Africa. I said, no wonder Africa is in the States. So it's you that you're advising all the presidents in Africa. You that I'm listening to right now. No wonder we are in the state that we are. It's horrible. And you know the other thing they did with this money exchange. You know, they put all of their brothers into bureau de change.
Yes.
We are asking because they say changing money. What is so attractive in this section of business that they are the only ones doing it? They don't travel. We are the ones that travel. What is going on? Because the central bank will give them money at rates that is like dashing them. We will not sell it to those of us. You will not travel and come back. Is the Malan that will tell you the rates.
Like what you rightly said, Dangote has a different kind of exchange rate. There was a time they were exchanging 22 naira to $1 for Dangote. That is how his business was able to thrive.
Of course.
Then we have the like, because Dangote runs cement, Dangote cement, Dangote Indomie noodles, tomatoes, and all that. Dangote refinery. His own is being heavily subsidized. They give him that dollar exchange rate at probably 22 naira or less. That's what they give to him. And the likes of Beto that was competing with him was exchanging dollar at $400, $500 a naira per dollar. So there is no way Beto can compete with somebody that gets the dollar at 22 naira. There's no way. There is no way Kalago Cement could compete. There is no way the refineries would work. Now he's about to get, NNPC is about to buy into his refinery, or the other way around, or he's buying into NNPC, so that it will be the number one producer of refined crude oil in Nigeria and Africa. This guy is taking the entire wealth of a nation. And I'm going to go back to my brothers and sisters in the riverine area. You keep saying your oil, that Igbos are after your oil. Dangote is taking your oil and you are not doing anything. And yes, I'm complaining that Igbos, they are only interested, they want this freedom so that they will come and take over your oil. Abia State and Imo State, both of them have oil. Plenty. That has not been tapped. They've not even discovered where they are. So please, Dangote is taking your refinery. He's taking NNPC. He's taking everything there. All for his money. At the end of the day, he's going to pack 60% of that money and bring it down to New York here. And New York will continue to be
Yes.
You understand? And this is the money coming from a riverine area of our place. Because waking up.
And that's why this thing you said, that's why I like Nina's. Because Nina is for indigenous peoples. Come as yourself.
Yes.
That's why we tell that people drop the word Biafra, because each time you mention Biafra, you are excluding Midwest and you are excluding South.
Yes.
They are our neighbors and brothers. You give them the wrong impression that you want to annex their land. And when the enemy tells them that that's what you want to do, they will agree. Because they're already seeing you using Chukwokika Abiyama, using all you brought yourselves up, tied yourself and handed over to one man, the whole race of Igbo. Handed yourself to one man.
A lunatic.
A lunatic at that. Now you are expecting your brothers and sisters in Midwest and South to join you in that madness, or that dance of madness.
Schizophrenic.
Does it make sense?
It's crazy. The funny thing is that the common denominator, if not for anything about all the things that we are talking about today, you should understand that all these things were planned from day one. They were intentional, they were strategic, and they were moving in tandem to their destination.
Yep.
None of them came by accident. None of them came by abuse. None of them came by propaganda. None of them came. It was strategy. They have a timeline. They marked it and said from year 1 to year 5, this is what we want to accomplish from here with their external colonizers. They actually gave them a timeline, gave them, because for every time you have an objective, you have to find a way to measure, to complete that objective. So they said, this is what we are going to do. At this point in time, we'll allow them to come in and become Nigerians. At this point in time, we'll do this. And they're doing it. And my people are there speaking English. Do you know who I am, Professor? This one, eh? I graduated first in 90 before they gave birth to you. In short, I was in Houston before you even showed up. Wow. So we'll continue while my people speak English, and people they are in our land. Looming, impending doom looming. So we talk about customs and excise duties. Defense.
They are the one there. They are the one in customs and excise. In Lagos, where we have what is it, Tinkan Island and Apapa Wharf. They are adding both. And Lagosians don't even know how much is being generated in that wharf and Tinkan Island. They don't know how much is being generated. That's their port authorities now. Their Akwasi Port, or how is it called now?
So they don't care.
They don't know how much is being generated. Because these people, they are still the head of customs. They are the one dishing out what would happen. And we're telling you that the amount that is being generated is being sent to Kano that generates nothing. That generates nothing. It's being sent to Jigawa that generates nothing. You understand? So that is what they are. And number 17, defense. Recently, the COAS died. The chief of army staff, or whatever it's called, died. Another, there was an Igbo man that was supposed to be the next rank. They dropped him and picked at the bottom as the next COS. Buhari, I don't, what moves that guy? Me, I don't know. He has put his people in everywhere. They are all in defense. All of them in defense. And we are.
What do you mean you don't know? How do you not know? You're the 4th citizen of the country. Yes, you don't know. Who are you?
It's not 4th. I thought it was 10th. I thought it was 10th. In number 18, they say deportation of persons who are not citizens of Nigeria. But where is not even a citizen of Nigeria to start with? Why hasn't he been deported? And yet he's the number 1 president of that country.
Yeah, they're doing importation of persons who are not citizens of Nigeria. That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
Yes, after they sent us out, they sent indigenous people, the citizens of Nigeria, so-called, sent all of them on exile. Now they're importing Almajiris and Fulanis into the land. And my people are still not seeing the danger. But they will run around and follow a lunatic that is not thinking straight.
I'm a professor. Mind yourself. Mind yourself.
Number 19, designation of securities in which trust funds may be invested. Can you imagine? Where there is no transparency. Number 20, diplomatic, consular, and trade representation. Sister, next one.
Yes. So sad. Drugs and poison. We know where they're importing a lot of that. This your so-called ramen noodles or whatever you guys are eating that is imported, my dear, very soon you will see the handwork. You will begin to see the end result. I'm waiting. That's your child that you're feeding Indomie, and you think is the easiest food. Abacha not there anymore because abacha is emotic food. We don't want it. And it doesn't taste like this thing. And they're loading you guys with Maggi.
We're even talking about Indomie. Do you know that they not import Gary from China?
Don't say. Do not say that.
Malaysia, Gary imported. Even what's that popular store that looks like Walmart? ShopRite. You have Gary in Malaysia. Gary.
We're not begging them. Let them continue to eat. Very soon you will see the handwork. You will see the handwriting.
They don't eat their cows. So this is their cow that we use to bury our people. They don't eat it. Toshe, you know that.
Of course.
They don't eat it.
Huh? You know, as we're telling you guys, Americans don't eat Maggi. You will never ever see any of their recipe that will say Maggi in it. Ever. The only place we hear Maggi is in Africa. There is something that Maggi is doing to you guys here though. Stop eating Maggi, because if their Maggi is so good, how come they're not eating it? How come they're not eating it?
Poison.
Not using your agree. When we talk about drugs and poison, here Nigerian government is doing is importing drugs and poison to our lands. And you are eating it thinking, oh, I'm westernized, I'm disternized. That's why you can no longer think. That's why when you're looking at your children in the eye, they say, Mommy, what is wrong with your eyes? And this is how our mothers spoke to us when we were little. Just from their eyes, in the midst of public, you will know if your mother is telling you to go back to the room or to go and get her something or to stand up or sit down. Now do your eyes and your child will ask you, Mommy, are you having a seizure? Stop eating all this imported food, people. Stop
Yes,
eating. There is nothing wrong with our own food. God placed those food there with intentionality to make sure He heals your body and keep it healthy. As long as you're putting things that are not from your land, you will continue to die sudden death.
sudden death, kidney damages. Every minute, somebody is dying of kidney disease.
Every day.
Every
The
minute.
things that we
Every
see
day.
here. Kidney.
Children that should not have anything with kidney disease. Look at that Jesus. They say it's kidney disease.
Kidney disease.
We are saying we don't have health care. They are now using poison, importation of poison called food to destroy you. Go back to our natural food. That, you see, we tell people that this freedom we are looking for is an all-inclusive freedom. And you have to be part of it. Help us to share this. Share what we are doing to inform our people. You are a partner. We are partners in this. As we do research and come to educate you, your own will be to share with your people, with your family members. We appreciate those of you that are already sharing because we're getting good feedbacks. Our people are listening. They are sharing with their family members. And they are calling us. They are coming to say, oh, is this what you are saying? So we appreciate you. And then remember to call in. Don't wait. Today we say in today's show, don't wait to the end of the show to call in. Once you call in, we will stop talking, discuss with you, answer your questions, and then we continue. Please call in, ask questions. Our own is not that type that they say don't ask questions. Is a Perima. That rogue franchise, Nnamdi Kanu, that does not ask questions, take questions. Now he has begun to ask. You allow people to come and he will plan them. Say, come and ask me questions. Ask me this one. No, don't ask me that one. You arrange. It's called arrange. It's all about propaganda and arrangement. Arrange. That's not what we are saying. We are saying this proposal, Nina's proposal, is on the table. LNC is on the table. We have described these things to you here. We say ask us questions on these things so that we explain more. Because we want our citizens to be informed citizens. We don't want you making uninformed decisions. Because when you are not informed, you pay for not being informed. And you will die the way you're dying in Southeast. Like my sister said, it's a crime for you to give birth to a child in this world and be nonchalant about what is happening in your surroundings. I don't know what they're saying. No, you need to know what they're saying. If you're getting pregnant and giving birth, women, listen to me. If you're entering labor room and coming out with babies, it is a crime for you not to know what is going to happen to that your child. What is going to be the destiny of that your child tomorrow? And stop taking them to churches where they are washing their brains. Put them, educate their minds. Teach them critical thinking. And stop feeding them poisons, like my sister said. Please. When you go to church, if you must go to church, put on your thinking cap. When I was in Nigeria, my pastor prays before I come to church. He says, Sister Pat, you didn't ask question today. I said there was no question today. If you meet me in Sunday school class or Monday class, what class, since I was a child, when you finish teaching, I will ask you questions. From that, your Bible. What that does is that anybody will not deceive you with what is written in scriptures. Nobody will use scriptures to bamboozle you. Read those scriptures. If you're a Christian and you call yourself that you go to church and you don't read Bible, you're a criminal.
Big time criminal.
Especially if you have children. Because you will not know when you are being brainwashed. You will not know when somebody is using what is in the Bible to damage your brain. If you must be a Christian, please be a Christian that studies the Bible so that you will know the truth. It is only the truth you know that will make you free. Not the slave you have become in that your so-called religion that you're practicing. Go ahead, please, sisters.
It is so sad, my sister. So elections, go ahead, Sister Gus, go ahead.
So election to the offices of president and vice president or governor and deputy governor and any other office to which a person may be elected under this constitution, excluding election to a local government council or any office in such council. That's why we are telling you that all these things are makeshift. You know, for you to be elected as to the office of the president and vice president, these things are just makeshift. It doesn't even make sense at all. Number 33, they said evidence. I don't know what evidence they're trying to show.
Evidence of all the girls that they've been destroying in a hotel room. That's what it is.
Number 24, exchange control. Number 25, export duties. Number 26, external affairs. Number 27, extradition. Okay, you guys have extradition and they might still out there. How am I sure you are not sponsoring him to this to mess up the eastern region?
No, you don't need to be sure. You be sure. You are already sure. Not am I sure. We know they're sponsoring him. They're sponsoring him to destroy Igbo land because they want to bring war to Southeast. This proposal is on the table. The international communities are part of what is going on. Recently, we got a feedback of some people that say, oh, we must go to White House too. We must go to House. By the time they went to Met House, Brother Tony was already sitting there waiting for that and eating popcorn. Because the proposal, we have told you people that this proposal, because Middle Belt has issues. Yorubas have issues. Igbos have issues. There's chaos everywhere in Nigeria. So America invested in Nigeria. They invested especially in that southeast, south area. So they are monitoring their investments. So when trouble started, they got involved, like what is going on. And people were giving report. So they by themselves, they're looking for solution. And they stumbled on Lower Niger Congress proposal and Nina's proposal. And said, this makes sense. As far back as 2013, they already reported, their military reported on this proposal, ready and said, wow. And advised their government, cancel their government. What they told their government then, because I saw that prediction of 2015, that Nigeria will dissolve in 2015. By that time now, we were on the other side of the coin. We were praying blood of Jesus. Oh, God forbid, oh, Nigeria will not divide, oh. Blood of Jesus, well, Holy Spirit, fire. We didn't know that it's the will of God for Nigeria to dissolve so that we can be free. That's to talk about ignorance. When you do not know, and this ignorance we're talking about, this doesn't mean that you are a professor, that means you know everything. We're saying that you're ignorant about the subject matter. You do not know, you need to learn. So by the time the military, American military saw the proposal, they advised their own council, their government, saying there are two things that you're left to do. Try to manage it so that Nigeria does not dissolve or explode. They say if you miss that chance, then prepare to receive the emerging federations and how to work with them. They have advised their government as far back as 2013. Do you understand? And make predictions. So, of course, they are still having governments, the Mumu one, the Mumu Madu, the intelligent one, different people coming and going. They ignore the advice. Automatically, Nigeria now progress to the second option. That their second option has now become their number one option. Yes. So that's why our people kept crying, Mandi military, Mandi whatever. Oh, Nigeria citizens, American Nigeria citizens. Oh, we are coming to meet White House. They're really making decision. How many years ago? It's now you are going to say they are killing us, want to make decision. So by the time they got there, because they don't do plagiarism, they have to bring the person that presented this thing to them.
Yes.
Come and explain. Because we have new government. So they are learning some of these things for the first time. So at any point in time, they want the author of the person that made this presentation to them. And we told you that 2019, they took 7 months out to study this proposal again. So the only people not aware of this solution are Nigerians. The international community, they are aware and they are ready. So, and each time when you people run, some people are going through the back door, some people are going through the window, we are going to White House. A meeting, you see them advertised, meeting with the White House. When you finish doing all those, your merry-go-round, You now get to White House. They will call the author, the person that made the presentation to them for the first time,
Yes.
to explain to you guys what some of us as daughters of people have been telling some of you in platforms, those fake platforms that you people created because you're criminals looking for how to make money. So call it Igbo words, so call it whatever. These are all platforms looking for who will give them money from US. And we say we're not giving you. Our money is already going to the freedom.
Yep.
And we understand. So if you want, call us names. If you want to cry, you are Itibolibo.
Sisters, we have a call.
Okay.
And please, can you help me, because I have this thing on full screen, so I'm not really seeing anything. I'm not really seeing anything. If you'll keep an eye on the thing for me. All right. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Susan West. I'm calling from London.
Welcome, Susan. What's your contribution today? Go ahead.
Yeah. So I've been listening to you, and I really love what I'm hearing and the energy. And it's my first time listening to Daughters of Truth. But one thing that I was a bit worried about is the fact that everything you've analyzed or spoken about is true. But I find it a bit concerning that you would attack Nnamdi Kanu publicly because he's an Igbo man. And I understand the fact that you're having this conversation in a public space where everyone and anyone can have access to this conversation, even the people from the north. Don't you think it's detrimental to what you want to achieve? Don't you think it's detrimental that you would, personalize, describe Nnamdi Kanu as the names that you called him? I'm a Rivers girl. I'm an Ijaw girl. I've listened to you. I don't take anything personally that has been said on the platform, but I find it that it's not helpful if we're going to come in public places to, cast aspersions on our, brothers. I'm not sure. This is the first time I come on this program, so I don't know. There are many things that probably I'm not aware of, but I'm thinking I want to know why it's
okay. I see where you're going. So thank you. Thank you so much for that, Susan. So
let me answer her, Sister Mona, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Susan West. This is Dr. Augusta. Remember, we had your interview the last time, and I tried to explain to you the reason why we are doing what we're doing. And in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, I remember telling you why the Biafran franchise would not, go forth, because it's impeding the actual freedom of the indigenous peoples. And in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, he is a rogue. He is a rogue. We have worked with him. All three of us, we have worked with him before. We know the extent of his criminality. He is a criminal. We have to call him out. Right now, he is messing the eastern region. He is messing it up. He is getting our people killed for no reason. He is implicating our people in everything that he is doing, getting our people killed. He's the one engineering it. His sister is the police officer. So we have been calling him out because our own people from the eastern region are being killed. You are from Calabari. Probably it has not affected your area, but it's affecting our area. People are getting killed. He wants to use our place. He has said it. He said until our place turns to Somalia, he will not rest. Who talks like that? So we know this guy. We are talking from an angle of knowledge. Because we actually associated with him. We know the extent of what he wants is to bring war to our place. So whether the Hausas or Fulani, whether they are hearing what we are saying, we are talking to our people to desist from following him, because it is going to bring them to their own Waterloo. So we have to talk about it. We have to talk about it. So if you don't understand, you can go back. I've told you, check all our videos. We've been talking about this. It's important to us. It's important to the Igbos that we talk about this, because it's our people that are getting killed for no reason.
Okay, sister, please sort of round it up so that we can.
Yeah, you can actually see this.
Yeah, thank you so much, Susan. We have to continue because we're trying to finish the 68 list. Sister Augusta can call you and educate you some more. Thank you so much. All right. So Right. So we'll continue with our 68 item exclusive list. You know, we don't want to turn this show about some random person. This is all about this, what is holding us hostage. And this is
Absolutely.
it right here. This legislative, exclusive legislative list is holding us hostage. And no, Amara, besides, we are not here to defend anyone. And I have said personally, if God is against my people, I will bring him down and talk about him. So nobody should take this personal. I want freedom for my people. I need freedom for my people. If God is against my people, I will talk about him and deal with him. Just that simple. So as we continue, we mentioned extradition, fingerprint identification, and criminal records. My dear, the criminal, I guess they are the criminals. Who else are they going to fingerprint? I guess they are fingerprinting themselves. We looked at fishing and fisheries, and other than fishing and fisheries in river, lakes, waterways, ponds, and other inland waters within Nigeria. Yeah, immigration into and
Okay, sister.
With the fishery, they
Yes.
messed up the river, the riverine areas from our side. You know, with the oil, they were getting oil from Bayelsa, from rivers, and all these coastal area. They were getting oil, thereby killing the waters. And our people, the people from our people from the riverine area are fishermen originally. That's their number one profession. They like fishing. But because of how they messed up the rivers and the lakes, our people can no longer fish. They put that in the exclusive list. That is why people cannot even come up to call these oil companies to clean up their mess. Here in Texas, if there's any spillage, any form of oil spillage, they call PB or the oil company to come and clean it up. But nobody's cleaning up the oil company, the riverine areas, because it is under the exclusive list. You cannot even call them to say, come and clean up your mess, your oil spillage. You cannot call them. Sister, sorry if you have anything to say about
Yes,
that.
my dear, you said everything right. You know, in addition to that, somebody is living up north, has no reason with water, fish, nothing. Now carried everything and put it on the exclusive list that he is in charge of. Now the people that are directly involved with water and fishes will not have power to make any decision about it. And why are they doing that? Because you know everything they do is systematic, one after the other. The next thing is, after taking our land from Land Use Act, is Waterways Act, which they have already done. And they told it that kilometer, whatever around the water belongs to federal government. They know where they are going to, my people. These plans, wake up, people. This is not time to start asking questions about a criminal calling Nnamdi Kanu somewhere. We are telling you most important thing. You're bothered yourself with the irrelevant things, like my sister, random guys who are saying things that matter. That you should call your people and share and say, come and hear what these women are saying. So this is really what is the problem. How do we come out of it? Because at the end, we'll tell you all the other things. And in between, we're also telling you what is being done to have a lasting solution to these problems. Please stop being distracted. Pay attention to solution and stop looking for somebody that is somewhere, that is a criminal somewhere. Not a criminal. I don't know what your business is with supporting criminals. Thank you.
Thank you, sisters. Must have to do this thing. All right, Sister Augusta. Oh, I took the thing down. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure nobody's. So what I'm doing today, I'm sharing the whole screen, so it covers all my screen, like in order for them to see clearly. So I'm not able to see when someone is in or anything like that. You see what I
And
mean?
we cannot even see from here either when somebody is in, because it's showing us.
All right. So I just posted the number. So maybe instead of the link, it may be easier for them to just call in, because I have the phone here. I'm looking at the phone so I can see it ring.
Yes.
Yeah. While we are reading, unfortunately, viewers, I'm not able to see who's inside the room to allow them in. So we'll prefer to use phone numbers for now, because I'm keeping an eye on that. All right. So we'll continue to share the link. I mean the PowerPoint presentation. So
So please pay attention, my people. These things are crucial. And we want you to start operating at this level of critical reasoning. This is what is delaying you and us. pay attention and let's tell you how we need to get out of it. This is not something about umunna or umuada or brothers and sisters. No, nobody is my brother, nobody is my sister. I'm here for my people, to deliver my people. Like Sister Mona said, anybody, if it's my cousin that is standing on the way of my people, I'll take you down. It's as critical as that. So I'm not sentimental about anything. These are issues. We are handling issues. If you're a criminal, we'll tell our people you're a criminal and we move on. We are not even waiting to discuss that. So what number are we on, please?
We have a caller. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, sisters. Good evening. My name is Samuel. I'm calling from South Africa.
Welcome.
All right. Okay. I would like to, ask some certain questions. I don't know how long I have.
Mm-hmm. Is it about the exclusive list? Because we want to focus on this list today. We're talking about the exclusive list. So.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. We keep mentioning Fulanis and all these people and then all these people up north. I just want to know what is the role of Olusegun Obasanjo, because he was the first president that actually signed this constitution. And for my own knowledge, I know that even our own brother called Professor Ben sometime had something to do with this constitution during Abacha. All right. And then after Obasanjo, you still have Yaradua, you have Jonathan, now down to Buhari. All right. So what has these people done into making sure that all these things now we keep, it is an insult to me that I will be, Fulani will be planning all this in against me, and then I allow them.
Oh dear.
Right. So what do we have to tell people listening to us? Shouting Fulani over and over. And what is our own contribution towards this menace we are complaining today?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When we mention Fulanis, we're not saying all these people in the north. No, it's one, the Fulanis. Why we are mentioning it is because if you listen to the battle script that was released before all this evil started, so we are putting the blame on the table of who has the blame. We're not being sentimental. And we told you in this show that there have been willing tools in the South. You see, for you to conquer any people, you must have some people within them that need to be used. So we are not denying that at all. But we are not going to say because some of us, like 1% or 0.5%, decided to work with the enemy so that we will leave the enemy that we are chasing and concentrate on the 1% that they used. Because when we stop the enemy, we will stop the 1% that they used, all of them. They will either leave our land or stop working with the enemy. So Britain and Fulani, after the colonization, Britain was ready to leave our land. I hope you're listening to this small story. Britain was what our people were agitating. We need freedom. We need freedom. We need freedom. Because we'll be asking the question, why is it that anywhere Britain colonized and they get independence, war will continue and there won't be development? What is going on? So we now find out that he repeated it all over. Because it's part of the plan. They will be taking everything from your land. They know that one day you start agitating to be free. So they already identify a minority in your midst that they will empower and use to continue their work under the table. So you will be looking on top. They will say Britain has left. We now have independence. But the Britain has not left. It never left. So they will now get a minority. Why they're using a minority? So that it will be covert operation. Because if they use majority, everybody will be aware. So they will now have a minority that we call internal colonizers. Check all the African nations. This now I'm telling you is the same everywhere. So we have external colonizers and internal colonizers. In the case of Nigeria, is the Fulani race. And when you look, there's some documents that if we read, you see that, okay, towards the end of the show, the video that we show, they said the indigens, and then they referred to the Fulanis as non-indigens. They were aware that the Fulanis were non-indigents. Because when you are non-indigent, you will not care to preserve the land because it doesn't belong to you anyway. So 2 criminal gangs, one coming from the south, that's Britain, and one coming from the north. We have shown you people this map. I don't know if this map, somebody can show it. You can use it. This one from the north. Okay, if we use this.
Sister, they can see, he can see because I'm on a full screen. We'll show you.
Oh, okay. So if you see them, so those are watching.
Oh, actually, they can see it, my dear. I can see it. They can see
yes,
it.
those are watching direct from this up north. A criminal gang called the Fulanis. The people coming, they are known, they have a name. So those that are afraid of using the word Fulanis, please desist from it. If you can call Britain, then you can call Fulanis. The Fulanis came with their caliphate from here and conquered the Hausas in this green parts. Why we use this green part? Because there was a show where people were saying, oh, green stands for fertility. Why are you using green? It's green grass. No, it's not green grass. It's the green, the jihadists. If you say this Islamic nations, it's green that they use. That's why you have green in Nigerian flag. The green, I don't know what it means to them. So we are not using this green for grass or fertility or no. It's for you to know that this is like a jihadist
strategy.
Yes, jihadists. So they conquered here. They've already taken the houses here, the Fulanis. And if you go into the story, you will know how they took them. Now they are moving to Middle Belt. And Middle Belt is the gateway to the south and southwest. They intend to conquer this whole place. And when they conquer this entire place, they will use the resources in this area especially, and even here, to now start funding global terrorism. This is where America got interested and make the issue of Nigeria the national interest, security, national security interest. So they are not, the world is not as naive as some of us. We know that some of you are married to some Fulanis. We know that some of you have Fulani girlfriends. We know that some of you have Fulani in-laws. Please do not put our national issue
interest.
Do not do that to us. We beg you. Continue to marry your Fulani wife if she's good to you. But we are talking about our nationhood. We're talking about the citizens of our land. This is a program that they did, and it has been uncovered, and we are fighting to make sure we deliver our people. Please, I hope you get this right. If you don't understand still, you can call us. We explain it very well to you. We are being critical here. We are not being sentimental. Thank you very much.
Okay. I don't know. Can I?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. One more. That's it, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Sister, thank you so much for your explanation. You know, judging from your explanation now, which now begs the question now, the things they have captured, they will not just let it go, just like that by saying people close shop. That means you have to prepare for war. There is no other way you can snatch it away from them.
Okay, can I answer you again about that war?
Preparing for war.
Can I answer that before you go too far, please?
And then, is it America that will come to tell Fulani,
please
leave this people alone?
Okay, please.
It's possible. We have to, if it is possible, let's you guys back door. You guys have to speak with Nnamdi. Nnamdi has the heart of Igbos. The Igbo people are listening to him, whether you like it or not. So Nnamdi has to be consulted, even though at the back door, not on the public. We have
please.
This thing has gotten to this point.
Mazi,
can we explain further to you?
Mazi, she's trying to answer you. Okay, hold on.
Because we are repeating the same thing and we don't want to be doing that anymore. Please. Now we're saying that there are people that are doing 419 in our land. We know them. Some even carry human parts. Some do all sorts of fraud. That's criminality. What you're saying is that when we are going to plan on how to build our nation, we'll bring the 419 guy and say, okay, come, let's sit down. How do you want to cut our people? How do you want to kill them? We have told you severally here that Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for the freedom of Ndibo. Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for the freedom of our people. We have told you, and we have evidence for that. It's just that we are not going to spend our time on it. We are not guessing. Now, even if you want, let Nnamdi Kanu have the heart or the kidney of Ndibo. That is not why we make the rest of us to give him our own kidneys as well. Because we know what we're saying, and truth is constant. And we continue to speak truth. Eventually, more people, and for you to know, I don't know where you're getting your statistics from. We are getting feedback from the real Ndibo, because there's something that you say, Igbo be Igbo. Igbo be Igbo, they're calling us, and they're getting what we are saying. Because right now, it's no more prophecy. That thing we told them that Nnamdi Kanu wants to reduce them and kill them is happening to them real now. So they are calling us for answers, and we are giving them the answers. So the strategy on the table, when you say that Fulanis will not give it up, how? When you have majority, we're telling our people to start using their brain a lot. Please, we need it. This is the minority. This yellow, the Fulanis have become the minority. And even this yellow, they are not even the owner of this yellow segment. They conquered Hausas. So the Hausas, we even deal with them here. And we, on the alliance, we are this side. And that's what they never knew would happen. They never knew that we would form this alliance. When we fought the Biafra genocide, the unfortunate genocide of 1967-70, it was a war of strategy against Ndibo. They formed alliance against Ndibo with international imperative and with Middle Belt and South-South. They turned them against us. The time was so short for us to have proper negotiation. But 50 years is not a short time for that discussion. And we have been having that discussion. That is why we are going the way of Lower Niger Congress and NINAS. Because that alliance with Middle Belt and Southwest has happened. We are not talking of alliance that you go on the table, on the radio and shout. We are talking of charter of relationships, where the elites from this segment and the elite from that segment, and then critical minds, because it's not just elites, those with critical minds sat down, planned, and agreed that since the enemy is small percentage, let's move. This is how America was built. America had the American founding fathers had a common enemy. It was Britain. And they moved to this side and strategically built this civilization that you and I are enjoying. That is the type of thing we want to do in Africa. There is no need for war. And if anybody moves for war, my dear, this is a greater percentage will crush this small one. Plus the international imperative we are talking about. So nobody should stop. Please, my people, stop being afraid of war. We are the ones saying there's no need for war. If you want war, being that you're small, you will be finished by yourself. The people that I'm talking to know themselves.
Thank you, Sister Ekwe. We also have to add, war. Look at what do they call themselves? Hamas. You're throwing catapult and somebody is stopping your catapult and sending it back to you. Is that the kind of war you want?
Yeah, that's what you want.
That's the kind of war you want. And then when they start killing you, they will come on CNN and say, restrain yourself while you're being killed. Please receive sense. We are done with the madness. We are done with shouting, Kandara. People have been shouting. That's why my brother, Foritimi, he had to cut. He said, you guys are sending too much signal with your noise making. Enough of that. We want to do what works. And we know what works. We are spending the time, because if you were listening to us all along, I know you wouldn't have asked this question. You guys will live in South Africa, live wherever. If I show you the pictures that I saw this week, the gory pictures, as we're telling you, they are picking up our boys and they are not coming home. They are killing them while you sit in South Africa eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's not even official yet. This is random pickup. I saw a video of a mother whose son was picked up from her canteen. She was cooking and they came and picked up her son. Also, her son was pounding apple for her. They came and picked him up yesterday. She had not seen that son. Oh, we have a caller. She had not seen her son since then. So, my dear, if you want to fight war, you prepare yourself. We don't want nonsense war where our people, you take war to your freaking enemies. That's where you take the war to.
And their war is the one that you bring enemies to come and wipe your people. That doesn't even make sense. I told people, stop drinking this is people are drinking. Stop this Igbo that you're taking, because if your brain is not dead, you will not be thinking the way you're thinking. Stop it. I beg you. I'm a Mayuna, yo.
We have a caller. Caller, your name and where you're calling from, sir.
Hello,
Good evening.
I don't know your time there, but good evening.
Can you hear him? No?
You should talk louder, please.
Hold on. Let me make sure the volume on this thing is on. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, try again.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes, it's better now. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Chukwemeka. I'm a regular caller anyway, so I should be enough by now for my voice. I want to comment something, just only two things. The fourth caller that spoke about the one from said that she's from Rivers. I wish maybe many of them can come along to contribute to what we are doing. It will be very, very important because, like saying you are from river, nobody come from a river. It's only one thing that I know from river is either you're a crocodile or you are... That's the things I know that come from a river. No living human being can come out and say that he's from rivers. So it doesn't make any sense at all. So I urge that some of them should just come along. Let's unite ourselves. This is 21st century. This is 2021. We should know better now than those our ancestors that we applied then and then make a wrong mistakes that place us where we are today. So we are better off when we are united than those little things that divide us. So I acknowledge what she's talking about also. She said, what she said is not entirely new to in terms of politics. It's even written in Quran, and the Northerners are using it. They will never, ever criticize their own in public, because it's written deep in the Quran that you do not criticize your brother or your sister in public. Rather, go inside home and deal with him or her, rather than criticize.
What of the one that you have finished talking to in the room? My brother, hold on, please.
This one is a madman. This one is a lunatic, a madman.
What of the one that you have cancelled? My brother, I'm asking you a question now. You finish cancelling him, advising him, put all the proposal for him, teach him everything, do everything for him. He's incorrigible. He refuses to stop, and our people are dying. You mean you still be covering him?
No, in Islam, they stone him to death. That's
exactly my point. Exactly the point. That's why they don't do it. That's why they do not betray their people. That's why they don't do what Nnamdi Kanu is doing to Ndibo. They will stone you to death. That's what they will do. So we are being lenient. Do you have another question, please? My brother, do you have another question or comment?
The second question is
thank you.
I think the last caller also talked about. What we need right now, because we have to make haste a little bit, because both Ninas and Lower Niger Congress and Daughters of Truth, what we are doing right now, we have less than 2 years to be put to the test. We are just talking. People don't believe on just talking anymore.
We are not just talking. Please, point of correction. We are not just talking.
No. Listen to me. Hear me very well. I'm part of you. What I'm saying is...
I don't think you are part of us, my brother. That you are watching us. Hello?
In less than 2 years, we will be put to the test, which is this 2023. If there will be election, or if there will not be election, or if this constitution will survive, or this constitution will be hunted down. So
no.
We have almost less than 2 years.
No, my brother, you are going too far.
Yeah, let's...
Please.
Let's address this, please. Let's address this misconception.
Please.
We are not just here talking, my brother. Today is an educational session. Why? Because I hate when people say, I'm with you, not with us. Because if you're with us, you will not come out here and say we are just talking. You don't even know. Have you ever been to the meeting? All we are doing is educate. You can see the Yorubas are moving. Like a brother said, is this Yoruba that will eventually end this Nigeria, like we give you guys a picture of the domino effect? That will end this contraption called Nigeria for us. So don't come on air and say you're with us and then turn around and say we are just talking. We are not just talking, please. We are not just talking. We are all about, we are action packed.
When you educate, what do you do when you educate? You talk when you educate, right? You have to hear me properly so you don't make
We heard you now.
Allow the person to come down, and then if you have a counter argument, we are professionals. You have to act like one. You have to hear the person come down so you don't just jump on the way and cut it off and make a wrong decision from the person. That's what is going on. When you educate the person, what you do? You talk by educating the person. That's what we are doing. But the practical terms will be put to the test in less than 2 years from today. Right?
And I was saying, no, you are still not understanding the lecture. My brother, can you hold on, please?
I've never been a permanent hero in Igbo land.
Can you hold on?
Acknowledge this. We have to make fast. Use our time, educate our people, campaign, let them know what is at stake. But if we are here just jumping on issues and cutting everybody off and
we are not doing that. Hold on now.
We are not going to go anywhere. We are not even going to achieve anything after the whole time we spent. That's the simple fact, my dear.
No, please.
One thing I like with this organization is you people are.
It's not organization, my brother.
It's a movement.
You use the wrong word again. We're not, and that's what people say. People will say, "Oh, you're Ninas, and this person is Nina." We are indigenous. We are all indigenous people. I'm not Ninas. I'm one of the indigenous people. The Ninas is all of us. It's all of us.
I haven't heard you talk about indigenous. But what I hear you is about
okay.
That you're indigenous.
Okay, brother. I think
you see what we're saying.
We are lost in the wilderness at this point in time.
Exactly, and that's what we're saying. Please don't come and say we are all professionals. That you have a degree or 20 does not make you all professionals. That's not what we're saying. This is not an association of people that have 20 degrees. It's not what it is about. Bikonu, I'm begging you people. It's an association of people that can think critically. When you come, please, we need you to bring your thinking, that ability to think. But if you are still learning, please, can you learn in silence? That's what we're saying. Let those that have understood what we're saying begin to direct what direction, the way it is to go. Then those that are still learning that want to ask questions, just ask questions and we explain. Don't come that you're coming to ask questions and start teaching us.
Hey,
that will not go far. And other people want to
he just said that we never mentioned indigenous people before.
But that's what we're saying.
I am flabbergasted.
You need to be flabbergasted. And that's what we're saying, that they drink excessively. And like this, Sister Muna, you should know this. When people drink excessive alcohol, that it damages part of their brain and they say things without even knowing that they said it.
It's just being disingenuous, because what have we been talking all along? We've been talking about indigenous peoples with an S. We've been saying it like a gazillion times. So what has he? And
he's not hearing you. Show. He did not hear you.
I'm saying you are not talking about.
And he can't remember because his short memory is.
But we're talking about daughters of truth. What is?
He's not remembering.
Are we discussing fashion and whatever? We're talking about indigenous peoples.
I had an interaction with someone this week, and I had to go on my Facebook. I said, please, let's not get this thing confused. Academic excellency does not equal to wisdom.
No.
With professional. Please stop now. Stop. Do you know that now our mother who is selling akara now here will outnumber you guys when it comes to critical thinking?
I'm telling you.
Can we stop deceiving people with this whole degree? I'm a professional, I can speak English. Please. Chinese people are not speaking English and they're trying to take over the world. Can you all stop already?
Yes. They're
Stop
not
100. This
understanding it.
is scary. We kept thinking that there's something happening to our people's mind, and every day you guys are confirming it. Can we get on our knees and begin to ask God for wisdom?
No, before asking, they need to quit what they're drinking. Since I'm so sure of this, they need to quit what they're drinking. It's damaging their brain. Too much. They wake up in the morning and take 7 bottles at once. It's damaging their brain, and then they have this memory loss. They will not even remember that they had it, and then they will lie. So that thing that you call lie is because they have memory loss. They are not understanding it. They did not remember that you said it. Now, how do you send these people to represent you?
Hey, Aaron.
Have you seen what we're saying? So, and there are people that should represent us. We're not saying that everybody has brain damage. No. We are trying to put, because we've been thinking, what is going on? Something has happened to the memory of our people. Because if you have issue with short-term memories, you wouldn't learn new information. And then even when you learn it, you wouldn't even know you learned it. And then you can't use it. So this thing, we are not just, we medically looked at it, and now this is a diagnosis. Please stop abusing alcohol. That's one of them. There are other substances. It's damaging your brain cells. And sometimes people will think you're lying. You are really being honest in saying what you're saying. But because that brain part has been damaged, you will not recollect what we have been telling you for gazillion times. So other people will get infuriated that, oh, why are you not understanding? Meanwhile, your brain is damaged because of what you have been drinking. You drink too much and you play too much. And that's why the Bible says, give Bible and wine give wine and beer to the one that is perishing, so that you will drink and forget your sorrows. The Bible has already told you that alcohol damages the short-term memories. And if your short-term memory is destroyed, you will not retain new information. And even when you try to retain it, it cannot balance properly. So the way to begin the healing is individual healing. First, stop abusing what you're taking. Stop mugging. Stop abusing alcohol. We're not saying you should not taste it. Some people taste. If you want to taste, taste. But when you have a binge, you sit down, you say you're doing party, and you know how people like a wolf. They go to party, they drink 7 bottles. They say, he's free of charge now. You drink 20 bottles at once. That thing you're doing, that blackout you're giving yourself, that you're not able to think, is damaging your brain. When you not do it repeatedly, you would completely damage that brain cell, and you will not recollect what we're saying. So if we're here shouting and talking, you're not even understanding what we're saying. You're not able. You lack the ability. You have made yourself incapacitated. You incapacitated yourself by yourself. Please, we are begging you, for the sake of our children. But you know what? Because you lost your brain cells, will not make the rest of us to lose our own. We will use our own. And we are calling on those that have not lost their brain cells, come on board. Because we need a lot of critical thinking going ahead. Is there anybody calling, please?
My dear, I'm tired. No.
Don't be tired. Don't be tired. Let one person know this. We know a lot of them are in that state, but they're actually, like when you say disability, that's why they cannot read.
Hey!
You give them something to read that they won't read. They don't know what and if you tell them in the ear, they will enter here and come out from here. Our people have all this phenomenon. I say, honor banantia, osinantia, napota. Why is it going like that? Because the short-term memory cells have been destroyed. I don't want to start calling the part of brain so that it won't be as if we are speaking big English. It has been destroyed. So you cannot take new information. You cannot. Please stop what you're drinking. Stop abusing those substances. Let's move. We need to move.
All right. Continuing on this 68 item exclusive legislative list. I think it has come up. So I think we are on there. The next list, or the next item on the list, is immigration into and immigration from Nigeria. We've already touched on those. Implementation of treaties relating to matters on this list. Duh. And then lastly, on this particular slide, we have incorporation, regulation, and winding up of bodies corporate, other than cooperative societies, local government councils and bodies, Okay. Local government councils and bodies corporate established directly by any law enacted by a House of Assembly of a state. Incorporate.
You know, they made local governments and created more in the north and less in the south.
South, yes.
And then made the division for access division. They made it to use that formula. So that people that are producing a lot in the south area, we give to people that are not producing anything. In north.
That's
and
right.
honestly, assuming that we use it to develop the land, it would have made some sense. But no, they will not divide it among themselves. That's why, because they have feudalism in the north, just like Britain has feudalism. So it's where few will become so rich, and then the rest will be poor, picking rice grains crumbs from the rest. But unfortunately to them, we are not like that in the south. In the south, we believe that everybody should grow and become wealthy, become prosperous and everything. So the little that is left, we cannot manage it, which is why there's mass exodus from our land. All our people are going into exile, looking for greener pastures. Meanwhile, the Lord has blessed us with resources. So with all these formulas that they put here and there, they are marginalizing the entire South, and we are saying that has to stop. And we are working at it. For those that are not seeing results, let me tell you, this review the National Assembly is having is a direct result of
the CFM. Exactly. Direct result.
We are telling them as they go round in circles, they should stop going in circles because they are wasting their time. We are not stopping. Work is going on. Work is going on. But if you don't understand what the work is, how will you know the result when you say it?
I wonder.
Some people think that the result is war. The result is not war. That's not what we're doing. We're getting the result we want. This national discussion, since 1967, they have refused to discuss about Nigeria. And they told us Nigeria is non-negotiable, that they cannot discuss it. For the fact that they are forced to start going to region, trying to discuss Nigeria is already a huge success.
Yes.
So many other changes that have taken place that people that are blind are not seeing. But we that are in the middle of what is going on, we didn't say we are the one doing it, but we are monitoring it as daughters of truth. We are monitoring what Ninas is doing closely. We are seeing the results and we are asking questions. Our people, you have daughters. You should be proud of the daughters you have. We are telling you that we are fighting for you, but we are not going to expose you to danger. We are not going to expose you to go and die. That is not the fight. The fight is intellectual fight. We will go to the moon, go to the sun to bring you freedom, and you will be alive to enjoy it.
Amen.
That's what we're telling you.
Amen.
And we are not the ones doing it. We are only following the people that are doing the right thing. See what they're doing. For those that don't understand English, I said, we are close to them. Ninas, very close. If there's anywhere that they need our help, we will render help. If it's anywhere that we need to ask questions, we'll ask questions and get results. We are not ashamed of what we're doing. We are proud of what we're doing because we know these things worked in other nations. There's no reason it will not work here. Some of my classmates that ran away from me because they did not think what I was doing was right. Some of them are coming now. Madam, good morning, ma. I say, let me say hi. I say hi to you too. You see this thing? I'm doing it and my people must be free. Thank you so much.
Amen.
All right, number 33, insurance. I don't know what kind of insurance they're talking about. Number 34, labor.
No, let me tell you the type of insurance.
Yeah.
It's not of insurance that you put insurance in your car. Then your car will burn down. They will tell you, did your car burn down? Who made it burn down? Meanwhile, you have contributed all your life for that car. They will not give it to you. Is that type of insurance that they will contribute money for you in pension scheme after they have taken all your money, all your life? 60 years, 65 years that you serve the federal government, you will retire. They will not pay you gratuity.
They will not pay you
because they have used it to sponsor terrorism. That's why Nigeria is a terrorist state. As we speak, that type of insurance they're talking about.
Wow. Number 34, labor, including trade unions, industrial relations, conditions, safety and welfare of labor, industrial disputes, prescribing a national minimum wage for the federation or any part thereof, and industrial arbitration. 35. Legal proceedings between governments of states or between the government of the Federation and government of any state or any other authority or person. Number 36. Maritime shipping and navigation, including A. Shipping and navigation on tidal waters. B. Shipping and navigation on the river Niger and its affluents and on any such other inland waterways as may be designated by the National Assembly to be an international waterway or to be an interstate waterway. C. Lighthouses, light shields, beacons, and other provisions for the safety of shipping and navigation. Sister Amina, I can't say the last one. The phone number is closing it.
Oh.
The D.
Did you? Okay, let me minimize and I can pull it up. Let's see.
And please, our viewers, some we will not talk on, but we know that you're a specialist in these areas. When we read your area, you will know what it means. You know the implication. You will know what making a system redundant. You know the meaning of it. It's everywhere. Mediocrity is in every aspect of our existence. So this is what is making your ministry to be redundant. You are there, all you do, you're working ministry, but what you do is go there to eat popcorn, go there to get corn and eat on the table. You're not working. You know you're not working. You're working in federal ministry, you're in ministries, and you know you're not working. These structures are there. It is this thing that is making you redundant, making you inefficient, making you not to be able to produce what you studied this thing. You have degrees in these areas, but you're surprised that your ministry is not doing anything that makes sense. Is this thing?
37. Meteorology. 38. Military, the Army, Navy, and Air Force, including every other branch of the armed forces of the Federation. 39. Mines and minerals, including oil fields, oil mining, geological surveys, and natural gas. Yeah, this is what we've been talking about. That number 39 is in that exclusive list. That is why the oil in Bayelsa will belong to somebody in Jigawa. We've been saying that. The oil, they are mining oils, and it is not reflecting from the places where these oils are being gotten from. The natural gas, they are sending the pipe to Niger Republic. You understand? And the owners of the land, the owners of these resources are not benefiting from it. So that's why we are telling you it's part of that exclusive list. They will come and give you 30% derivative when you should have 100% derivative because it's yours. Then you can give 50% to the federal government if you so wished, or probably that's what your cut is. But they are giving you 30%, taking the entire 90. What is left out of 90%?
That was what was flipped, because in the original federal system, the federal government will get 15%. Why the region will get
their 85%.
Exactly. And then they will use it. That's why you see development, you see scholarship for the youth, you see youth empowerment, you see a lot of progress in those regions. So they flip everything. Now they take 87% and give you 13%. How will you do anything? How will you progress? And what are they doing with that one that they took? They're using it to sponsor terrorism. And that's why the international community, their eye is on Nigeria. So this issue is not a local issue anymore. Because they know that the federal government makes money. How come this thing is not reflecting in the citizens of Nigeria? How come that Nigeria is number 6 oil producing nation and also the capital poverty?
At the same time of the world. At
the same time. These things do not make sense.
They don't make sense.
This is why this is happening this way. And we are agents of change. And we have come that there will be change. And there will be change because we don't need God to come down from heaven to effect this change. It's the people that will effect this change. We will continue to do it. We'll be consistent. We will not stop. We will continue to do it and until we see what we need. And we are seeing results already. We are seeing it. We are seeing results. We are impressed with the result we are seeing.
Yeah.
We're just telling people that are killing our people, stop killing our people. They don't need to die. They need to be alive to enjoy this thing that we're fighting for. The result is already showing. Please go ahead, sister.
Number 14, national parks being such areas in a state as may, with the consent of the government of that state, be designated by the National Assembly as national parks. Number 41, nuclear energy. 42, passports and visas. You say that the passports and visa is designated to the federal list as well. Sister Mona, I can't see the 43. I think the number
it says patent, trademark, trade and business names, industrial designs, and merchandise marks.
Yeah, let me even come to that. You see, you have to go to the federal government to get business names, to even start any small business. Like there's a brother I was talking to, he does this solar panel, he generates electricity from his solar panel that he could sell to the communities, but they won't allow him sell that and generate more money for himself. Because you have to go to Abuja first of all, get some kind of paperwork. The paperwork will not be approved. You understand? But this, instead of getting the paperwork within the community where he resides, he has to go to Abuja to go and get the paperwork. So that's why we're saying it doesn't make sense at all. 44, pensions, gratuities, and other like benefits payable out of the Consolidated Revenue Fund or any other public funds of the Federation. Why should that be? The pension, somebody that worked for 30 years, 45 years, we still have to wait for them to get a Consolidated Revenue from God knows where for them to be paid. Does it make sense?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And then if you look at it, and that's what we're telling our people, that for the fact that we accepted this thing for 20 years,
for so long,
shows that there's something wrong in our reasoning. This is not insult. It's for all of us. Some did not look at this thing to see what is going on. Because when you see something not happening right, you begin to ask questions. We kept quiet for too long. We kept quiet for too long. Those that are calling, we are not saying you should not call. But please, there are two things. If you don't understand, because we're not here for argument, we don't have that time because others are calling. If you don't understand, ask questions, not coming to advise Ninas. That's what it's not that you won't advise, so you will advise only when you have understood what is being done. Have you seen? Mm-hmm. So you need to study it, understand it before you can make advice. People are advising, but they are studying it first so that you don't give advice that will hit the project and destroy what we're doing. That's why it's important you understand what is being done for you. Then you ask questions. Then if you don't understand, ask genuine questions. And when you ask questions, it's one or two. It's not start story. Don't call us to come and start praising us and start hailing us. Please, we are not interested in all those. We don't have that type of time. Ask your question. 1, 2. We answer you. It's that simple. But once you start, you're coming with your preformed mind and what is in your mind, and you want to turn everything that is being done to meet your crooked mind, my dear, sorry, we will not entertain you.
You know, the sad part about all of this is that we do not want people that don't understand what we're doing to go out there and say, I'm part of you. I'm part of this one. My dear, go and study. It's like trying to be part of, let's say, UT health science. You don't come from passing through the road and seeing the building, and you go and say, oh, I'm UT health science now. You need to be part of the department, understand what your department is doing before you can say, oh, I'm part of this department. It's very dangerous when it comes right from your mouth, because you'll be speaking and then you go there and act like you're a representative and you don't even know what is being done. Can you see the danger in that? This is not, we cannot continue to do the same thing that we've been doing all along that have not gotten us anywhere. It's very dangerous. Do not identify yourself as a representative when you don't understand what is going on. Please, we are begging you. Go and learn. We have sent out so many videos. Our brother Tony is on air 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's so many information out there for you to understand what is happening, so that you're not speaking from both sides of your mouth and make yourself look like we are against you. We're not against you. I've told you guys that even God, if God is against my people, I will put him down. I will put, if he's tying up, I will take that apparel and show his nakedness. That's how serious we are about what we're doing. Please. Go ahead, sister.
Number 45, police and other government security services established by law. You see, the federal government will have to establish police and other government security services. So they established Boko Haram. What did we do?
Yeah.
They established Hizbah. What did we do?
Nothing.
Nothing. Instead of establishing police,
They moved them into our land now because the people, we knew they were coming. We had the information. But because this thing stands, there's nothing the governors can do. Those of you that are crying, that are killing us, international community, come and help us. There's nothing they can do. Their hands are tied.
Right.
So far, this constitution, we're not saying amend it. It's not amending it. So far, this constitution in its entirety, as a document, as an organism, is existing and breathing. There's nothing you can do. And we say that what is giving it oxygen is election. We are telling you that if you continue to support election, and sometimes some people are really very insulting when they say, oh, you say close shop, close shop. You think you are insulting the proposal, you're actually insulting yourself. Because it shows that you are not even, I don't even have a minute with you. Yeah, because if you don't understand this simple thing, that even primary school, I have this discussion with my mother. She's 80-something years. She gives me analysis that I say, Mommy, wow. How I wish our politicians can analyze things the way you analyze it. Can you imagine? That's why I know that it must be something that they're eating or drinking. Because it's not normal for human beings to do what they're doing. And we are speaking to our mothers, please, because you need to arise right now. What we are begging you is not to go to street and start shouting so that this Hezbollah that they gave Nigerian police uniform to come to Southeast to kill our people. We are not sending you to go and hug them so that they will kill you. That's detrimental. Why they are coming to our land, let's tell you now as daughters of truth, because we will speak truth to you. That's something we promised you. Whether you like it or you don't like it, unfortunately, we have signed ourselves that we will be the voice of truth to you. Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. He said he's calling for the head of Buhari and military and police and everything. It's only a tree that will hear that they're about to cut it down and it will stand. That single statement is a challenge to your enemy. They will come for you. Now, for you, Ndibo, not to have said anything, to have kept quiet, it means that Obarankiti Kwerekwe. That means if you're silent, that means you are in agreement with the criminal Nnamdi Kanu, and they will come in and you will pay in blood. Please, we are begging you. There's no need for this blood. These people do not hear English. If you start, when people say, what are you going to do? Ammunition is not what they buy on the table. It's not like tomato. You were here when President Goodluck wanted to get ammunition against Boko Haram. They stopped him. This is as a sitting president. He could not get the ammunition to protect the Nigerian country. Ammunition is not what you go and buy like tomato. If anybody tells you that that's what they want to do, they are lying to you. They are collecting your money for nothing. There are superpowers in charge of ammunition. They will negotiate and talk, and then before you move to the next level. So Nigeria already has their military forces taken over by the Fulanese. How do you want to say you want to fight them? They produce bullets at Kaduna. So they're not looking to buy. They must produce it. And they're supplying to them. If the one they are carrying falls inside the vehicle, they will go and load one more and come. You are not prepared for this type of war. And it's unnecessary. You don't need it. They will circle Anibo. They will circle southwest, southeast. And what happened in 1967 will repeat. There's no need for you to do that. They already did this thing strategically. You will not fight the war of strategy by coming out now to shout and contribute money. After contributing money, what will you do with it? Some people say they want to go and lobby White House. This money that my people are looking to eat with, you're going to lobby white man with the money, enriching them back. Whether you buy ammunition, is them you are enriching. Whether you give them money, you're lobbying them, is them you are enriching. Meanwhile, there's a solution on the table. All you need to do is to engage yourself in this solution and let's solve it. But you don't want to do that. Are you not a criminal? Now, what are you? Are you not a criminal? You answer yourself. Either you're a criminal or you are abetting crime, you are both the same. Continue, sister, please.
Awesome, sister. So we will sort of take it a little faster so that we don't prolong the video. Post, I think number 46 says post telegraph and telephones, powers of the National Assembly, and the privileges and immunities of its members. Wow, this one is huge.
That one is huge.
Yeah.
That one is huge because the governors, as we've often said, the governors, we keep calling on them. The reason why they can do nonsense and get away with it is because of the immunities of their members. So all the National Assembly, they get paid times 10 what the President of America gets paid. And there's nothing we can do about it because they are covered. So whatever they do, probably before they became governor or senator, whatever, and whenever they are out of that position, they cannot be arrested or imprisoned because of these immunities. So that's why we are telling you that this thing is a fraud. It's a fraud, and it cannot continue. I don't know how they will amend that part, if at all. Continue, Sister Mona.
Right. So we sort of ended on 49 today. Like we say, it says 68 exclusive lists that they are using to hold us hostage. So we don't want to rush through it and not explain what each one signifies. So the next one says prisons. Of course, it's all over even they're using bathroom and toilets. Wherever they see any space, they will push all our brothers and sisters in there. Professional occupation as may be designated by the National Assembly. Wow, so we're going to end it here only because we don't want it to be overwhelming. We want to actually take this thing bits by bits and sort of explain each item to our people, because we know you guys will never go and sit down and start trying to read this thing. We can shout from here to eternity, will never happen. So we might as well use this opportunity to again engage you guys in terms of explaining some of these things. And of course, if you can read it, kudos to you. We appreciate you. That's what we are asking for, especially if you're in diaspora, if you're professors, senior advocates, those with academic excellence, please. May has come. Let's get to this thing so that we can start understanding why this must end. We can understand the Nina strategy. We can understand Nina's. Should we tell them what Nina's means again? Because some people are thinking, oh, who the one that of truth in the organization? This one. Oh, you guys have never mentioned indigenous peoples here. Oh my goodness.
Ninas is a movement. Is the Nigerian indigenous nationalities for self-alliance. Nigerian indigenous nationalities for self-alliance. So that is the full meaning of Ninas, and it is a movement where we have the think tank. We have very intelligent people navigating this ship. We are not emotional at all. No.
For self-determination.
For self-determination.
Self-determination. Yes.
Self-determination, because yes, self-determination. Right. Nigerian indigenous nationalities for self-determination. Yes.
So yeah, it's out there. We have a website. There's a website for it. It's www.ninasffn, FF meaning freedom from Nigeria, ffn.org. Go and get some information, my people, so that you don't go and say, oh, who the wounded Ninas? Who wouldn't anything? We are the indigenous people following the UN protocols that will get us to where we are going. And we keep telling you guys, the Americans are really waiting for us to understand what is going on, because they're asking, when you have all your siblings all over this place, they don't even know what we are talking about. Somebody called me the other day. Oh, I think I heard you guys are daughters of Zion and you're doing this thing. Nobody knows, and they are here with light and data and Facebook accounts and all these accounts, and they're not using it to their survival. I don't know. So we'll continue with the list next week. Again, tomorrow is our heroes and heroine day, that we will remember them in our prayers, and continue to share the news so that people can understand that it's an alternative on the table, that we don't need to die. And we as mothers and fathers, I will begin to take responsibility as citizens of that place called Nigeria and engage in what is going on, that we can no longer afford to say, oh, Basaram, I'm over here and over there. For those of us that, that have been wrong, because one of the reasons I was explaining to our brothers last night, one of the reasons why it seems like people in America don't care, is that people at home took people in Africa, in overseas, for granted. They've caused them to lose their marriages, they've caused them to lose their retirement, they've caused them to lose a lot of money. So they have resolved to say, So for those of them, we're begging for forgiveness. Please, there's a plan on the table. This is something that will work, because all along we are going Ariba ourselves, thinking if we send enough money back home, it will fix things. Whereas Jaba was sitting there to swallow everything that we send home. So there's a strategy on the table. Join us to understand what we're doing. Thank God for websites. Thank God for data and information. Go there and learn. There's also a website, freedomfromnigeria.com. Go and learn what we're doing so we can come on board. So you don't go and see me and say, Ninas. We are all in the Ninas. We are all in the Ninas. So, sisters, your final statement before we go.
Yeah, we just want to thank our viewers for showing up today, and probably we'll finish up next week the 68 exclusive list, and also have, I think, another 30 concurrent lists.
Yes.
Where I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. Where they have the states and the federal government fighting over issues,
which is equal to
the 68, exactly. Because at the end of the day, it's the federal government that would take charge, that has an upper hand over the 30 concurrent list. So when we are telling you that document is fraudulent, we are not just coming here to say whatever comes out of our mouth. We have done the research. We know that document is fraudulent. They have the 68 that is exclusive to the federal government. They have 30 that is concurrent with both state and federal government fighting, of which the federal government has upper hand. So invariably, the federal government has 98 exclusive lists for themselves. 98. The federal government has an entire 98 for themselves. So that is why that constitution has to come down. No amendment. Those that are jumping up and down. Tinubu's wife that is calling somebody a thug. You are the originator of thuggery, because you know what that constitution says. You are going up and down wanting to change, amend. How can you amend 98?
My dear, she doesn't know. She wants the money that is coming to her account. Which can know? Which person will sit and read that thing?
All their children, they spread all their children. Now they're preparing their children to become governors again and go back this. So they finish it's going in circles.
It's going in circles. For how long? So it is an entire 98 exclusive list. And that is not good for a country that wants to make headway.
Progress.
Nope. No fear. Nope. It's not good. So see you all next week. Thank you. Sister, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, people. Yeah, thank you, sisters. Thank you, viewers. We appreciate your time coming here every week because you want to invest in knowledge and information. Please share it with everyone. What we are saying is self-evidence. Nigeria is not working. We know it's not working. Everybody can see it that it's not working. The issue is not whether it's working. We know it's not working. At least it's not working for the majority. The few people that want to leave Nigeria the way it is, and they are trying to tie scarf and paint, is the few small percentage because it's working for them. Please do not allow this to happen to us. We need to change this whole thing. We want to leave Nigeria because it's not working for us. And another thing is that we want to live in peace. We don't want to live in pieces. Some people want to live in pieces. They want to die. So when they now die, that means they have left Nigeria. So in their death, they have left Nigeria. We say, no, we don't want to live like that. We want to live while we are still alive. We will leave Nigeria. And some other people say they want to be free inside Nigeria. What is freedom inside prison? You are in prison. You are in jail. You say you want to have your own freedom inside it. Please, my brothers and sisters, it doesn't make sense. We want to leave the jail. We want to break the jail, leave it, and we want to live with our neighbors, our relations, so that we will go together. It's not tomorrow. Yes, it's not when we get home after building, they will now have some Hamas throwing bombs into our nation. No, we want, as we are living, our neighbors will live with us.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Sister.
So I don't know, something's happening to the network. So we leave. Can you still hear me? Okay, so we want to live with our neighbors. and their children, just like Israel left Egypt in the Bible. Those that are reading Bible, they left with their properties, they left alive, they left with their children, even the dead bone of Joseph. They took the dead bone of Joseph along. If they were running and doing all this, they won't be preparing all that. So that's how we want to live. And as we live, we build a nation, a home fitting our children and for us. And then the world, we know that indeed Africa is rising. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sisters. Again, viewers, have a wonderful weekend. And then for those of us that reside there in the US, tomorrow on Monday is a public holiday. So be safe, don't drink too much. You've already heard what we said about drinking, reasonably. Get your exercise in, do your deep breathing exercise, and read and read and read more and more and more. Begin to understand what is going on so that you can make sense when you come on board. And for those of you that we offended, maybe the way we answered our brother, how can annoyance, I don't know how we can wake up every morning, forgo our Saturday morning, and then somebody will come here to scatter what we've been teaching and say, oh, we have never said indigenous people before. Oh, I thought you guys are daughters of truth. And this is, is frustrating. So if we have offended in some way, we apologize. It's just that, all the annoyances, so we are tired. We are tired of all the bad news that we're getting from home. We're tired of 300 boys being picked up and nobody's reporting anything about it. We're tired about the strategy on the table and nobody understands it. They think it's a joke. You don't have any on your table. You're not doing anything. You keep saying it's not going to work. Or you come from the forest somewhere, who call here, Mafataka Mon, and then you want to destroy it. My dear, where will it take you? Bikono, please. We don't want to offend anybody, even though if you stand in the line of the freedom, of my people, you will be offended. All we are asking is for us to begin to receive sense so we can get to our destination faster. I don't need you to be my friend at the end of the day. All I need you to do is to take care of your family, get a good job, let everybody take so that we can live a life decent of a human being. Right now we are lying to ourselves. You can't sleep at night because they're sending you a picture of half dead person that they shot. They didn't kill the person completely. They are saying they are screaming and crying. So the horror movie is too much, my dear. So we're not here to be how do I say this word, be irritating or annoying or whatever. We just want to do what works. So go and do your research, go and do your analysis and see what works. That shouting and telling your enemies to come to your land and destroy your land is not a strategy. That even if you're going to kill your enemy, it does not have to go on a random radio. It can be discussed underground. And if people are hailing someone doing that, that means who really need the help. And we mothers are not going to watch while you destroy our land and our children. So enough already. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys next week. Stay safe.